And with all of that time in the sun, our last segment will cover some tips for catching skin cancer early. While other rates of cancer are declining, melanoma rates are skyrocketing, especially among our young adults. Here in Phoenix, we should all be getting a skin checkup at least once a year. Join me now as I check in for my annual skin cancer checkup. Hi.
Hi, good afternoon.
Good afternoon. I'm Tom Simplot. I'm here for my annual checkup.
Very good. Sign in for me and we'll have you back in just a moment.
Great, you bet. Hey, doctor.
Hey, Mr.
How you doing?
Simplot. Good to see you. How's things going?
I think pretty well.
Excellent.
In for my annual checkup.
Okay, and let's see here. So you've had a couple of skin cancers, and anything you're worried about? Any new or changing spots?
Yeah, the usual. The forehead, I think there are a couple of new ones. Over here are some, and I think there's one in my ear that we've never, I think we just need to take a look at it. It keeps coming back.
All right, will do. See what you got here. So, yeah, this spot right here. Okay.
I always seem to get a lot on that side of my face. Is that?
Yeah, that's
that
pretty typical though. Guys, you know, you drive.
Okay.
That's the side that goes to the window.
So the left arm and the
Left
side
arm,
of the
left
face.
side of the face, left ear. Okay, hang tight. Gonna be a little freeze here. Stand by for it. Ouch, 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 ouch. A little bit more. I know this is a terrible spot. Okay.
God, that's creepy.
Hang on, you got a spot here too. Ready?
Okay.
Okay.
So the biopsy, what's different with that as opposed to those that you just zapped?
Yeah, the ones the ones that I just froze, those are all little precancers.
Okay.
So just really early sun damage, and then you have one little cyst there. But then this one, it's got a little bit of it's a little thicker, it's a little pearly to it, and I'm just worried it might be a little early skin cancer. It's just starting up on you.
Okay.
So I think it's probably worth putting that one, taking it out and sending it off for the lab to take a peek at, make sure it's nothing bad.
Okay.
Because now it's so small that better catch it now than
We
later.
don't cauterize it though, so you'll
No, we'll
take
just
it off. Okay.
just put a little dry cell on it. So what we'll do is numb it up with a little anesthetic, then do a very superficial shave biopsy,
Okay.
Vaseline Band-Aid, biggest risk, scar, bleeding, infection. Okay, so it's just going to be a minor little thing.
And then what?
here's the consent
Biopsy
saying.
comes back, and then we figure out what to do.
Then we decide what to do.
Okay. So for somebody 50 years old, what do you suggest? Once a year? Is that enough to come in and check?
Once a year if you haven't had skin cancer. If you have had a skin cancer, depending how recently and what type, it could be usually every 3 to 6 months. We usually recommend, just because we don't want you having something pop up. Well, like in this case, if this is it, if this is a little skin cancer, so small and so early that, fixing it, not a big deal.
Cool.
If it's a lot bigger, it's going to be a bigger problem for you.
What sun protection factor do you recommend?
Usually we
day-to-day?
recommend at least a 35, if not
Oh, really?
55. Yeah, just for day-to-day wear, because you don't want to, okay, now hang on, a little stick and a burn. 1, 2, 3, bam. Okay, that's it, that's as bad as it gets. The biggest problem is, well, number one, most people don't apply probably enough sunscreen when they put it on. And so if you use a little bit higher SPF, it's a little bit heavier protection to it, and you get a good level of protection that'll last you most of the day.
Okay.
If you're not doing a whole lot of stuff, like if you're just going out and about.
So if I'm putting 30 on in the morning, I'm probably not putting on enough.
For your situation, if you're mostly indoors all day,
Yeah.
you're probably okay. And that's just to, going to the car, or doing, stuff, going out to lunch, things like that, going to the office. But if you're in a job where you're going to be outdoors most of the day, or if you're going to be doing something where you're outside most of the day, you want to put on, like if you're going to hanging out at the pool, or, yard work, something like that, wearing a higher SPF is definitely something we recommend. And using one that's broad spectrum, because there's the SPF, which is the sun protective factor, but now the FDA's put in a new thing. The broad spectrum means it covers UVA and UVB.
Okay.
So you get protection from all the ultraviolet rays that are coming down and causing skin cancers, because both of those can cause problems.
Driving around in a car, can you still get?
Yeah, because UVB gets blocked out by window glass, but UVA doesn't.
Okay.
So, proof's in the pudding. You see a lot of people that have skin cancers on the tops of their hands, and a lot of that's just, from driving. And then you see like a lot of those, what people used to call liver spots, the solar lenticos, the brown spots. And, there's a reason a lot of them are on the tops of the hands too. So let's go ahead and do this little biopsy.
All right.
This should not hurt a bit. Okay, stand by. Here we go. Just really quickly. You good?
Mm-hmm.
And okay. Okay, everything good. All right.
Good.
Get that off. It's in the jar. And let's clean this up. Put a little Band-Aid on it, a little Vaseline. Just keep a little Vaseline and Band-Aid on this. It should heal very quickly. And then we'll call you in about a week, give you the report. So the biopsy, we'll get in touch with you with that. The spots we froze, you don't have to do anything special. Those will kind of do their own thing and fall off and heal off over the next week or so. If there is anything with the biopsy, we'll let you know about that. If it is a little skin cancer, we'll arrange for you to have treatment of that. And it'll depend what kind of tumor it is, if it is a skin cancer. But hopefully it's not. And
what are the options when you see something like that? What kind of skin cancer typically would it be?
Typically my concern with this one, and the reason I biopsy it is because I'm worried it might be a little basal cell carcinoma, much like the ones you've had before. It doesn't look like a melanoma. That's the bad one. So we're not worried about that. Maybe a little squamous cell, but even that, I think more likely probably a little basal cell. So the main things to remember, just the usual stuff, sun protection when you're outside, wear your sun protection every day. If you are going to be outside working or, doing stuff, make sure you wear sun protective clothing, hats, sunglasses, keep your eyes protected because you got to worry about that. And if you do notice any new or changing spots, definitely come in. Don't forget the ABCDs, so asymmetry, border irregularity, color variation, diameter greater than 6 millimeters, and again, any new or changing spots. That's the one to me I find the most helpful because if you got, like the spot in your ear, it's new, it's doing something weird, so come on in and get it checked out. And and let's see you back, given your history, I'd probably come back about every 3 months, every 3 to 6. And if you notice something in the interim, just don't think about it, come in beforehand, get it checked out. So, okay?
Sounds good.
Anything else?
Nope.
All right.
Thanks.
So,
Appreciate it.
take it easy. Have a good one.
You too. And as an update, my biopsy came back negative. That's it for this month's On the Issues. If you have comments or questions about today's show or any city issue, please call my office at 602-262-7447 or visit my website at phoenix.gov/district4, or you can find me on Twitter or Facebook. See you next time on The Issues.